Alright, so I just made some homemade coconut strawberry porridge from scratch. It's nice and creamy with that real coconut flavor. It has a little natural sweetness from the strawberries. Then I have avocado toast on the side, keeping it simple but always hitting. And for some extra flavor, I made tofu scrambled green onions. They're seasoned up real nice, they got that good texture. It's just a solid homemade meal with fresh ingredients. For starters, I got me a pack of bread, some bananas, avocado, strawberries, 3 coconuts, all of my seasonings, some tofu, and some brown sugar. So first off, we're starting off with some fresh coconut, none of that canned stuff today. We're cracking these coconuts open the old school way. Because fresh coconut, it just hits different, guys. Yeah, you know, it takes a little effort, but just trust me, the flavor is much richer. You will get this real natural, just coconut water. It's inside and it's perfect for drinking, adding to recipes. And then that fresh coconut meat that's super rich and creamy and it's sweet. It's gonna take our recipe to the next level. These are just some real fresh ingredients. You can taste the difference when you do it like this. So yeah, just let me get these cracked open and then we'll move on to making these fire coconut porridge from scratch. Fresh from the source, pure coconut water. No additives, no shortcuts, just nature doing what it does best. This is the base for something special, full of flavor and nourishment. Smooth, hydrating, packed with electrolytes. Whatever you decide to do with this, it will bring that tropical touch to it. Next up is scraping all of this tender meat into a bowl. So this is like the heart of the flavor. It's the real deal. No cans, no preservatives. We're keeping it fresh. We're keeping it authentic. The sound, the texture, it's all a part of the experience. Just a few scrapes and we got the perfect texture. Alright, so here we go. Into the blender it goes. You can already see this is about to be so smooth and creamy. Alright guys, so just stand by as this transform. I'm adding a little coconut water so that it can have an easier blend. At this point, I'm adding a few strawberries for that fruit flavor. Now that we got everything blended nice and smooth, it's time to heat things up. I'm pouring it into the pot now and we're about to bring all of this coconut to life. This is how I make the flavors really come together. Alright, so here's for the fun part, adding a dollop of the smoothie I made earlier. It has all kinds of good stuff in there. Strawberry, beets, banana, kiwi, apples, frozen cherry, mango. You got it, just no added sugar, but it does have a vibrant red color. It's going to make everything taste very fruity and just super delicious. So I'm deciding to add even more and mix it right in. Watch the color turn pink. It's really satisfying. This is about to take everything to the next level. So now I'm drizzling in some brown sugar to sweeten things up. It's going to give our dish that rich, deep sweetness. Similar to packaged strawberry oatmeal, but more flavorful, more tasty, more pink, more fruity, more just better. It's better. Next up, we've got these fresh strawberries. I am going to wash a few of them and dice them up into little tiny small pieces so that I could drop them right into this pot and give it a good mix. You can already imagine how juicy these pieces are going to blend in everything. So we're just letting all those flavors come right together. So we're moving on to the tofu now. I'm going to cut open the package and you can already see the water. Gotta pour that out first. Into the bowl it goes. And now we're left with firm tofu. Getting rid of any extra moisture, just press down with a dry paper towel. This will help it crisp better when we cook it. The firm tofu has the perfect texture for scrambled vegan eggs. Now we're chopping this tofu into bite-sized pieces. Gotta make sure they're nice and even so they cook up perfectly. Gotta love how super simple and easy tofu is to work with. It cuts up easily. Now I'm heating up the pan and adding oil in to get things nice and hot. Just enough to coat the bottom can go a long way. You can totally use butter here if you prefer. It'll give your tofu a rich, delicious flavor. Now we're adding some soy sauce for the extra flavor. I'm sprinkling just a bit over the tofu. Next is some ground turmeric. It's going to give it that savory kick and really boost the flavor. Next, I'm adding some paprika for a warm, sort of smoky flavor, as well as some black pepper for a bit of a kick. Then I drizzle in some mustard. It'll give it that sharp kick, complement the savory seasonings I added, as well as, and it helps to create the yellow color. Next up, we're adding some plant-based milk, just a splash to make the tofu scramble a little extra creamy and nice. I'm going in with some onion powder as well, because why not add the flavor without all the extra chopping. So now I didn't have any garlic powder, so I'm substituting with fresh minced garlic instead. And I'm sprinkling a bit more pepper on. Now I'm tossing some fresh green onions for that crisp, fresh bite. They're gonna add a nice burst of color and a mild oniony flavor that really elevates the tofu scramble. So now we're gonna work on our guacamole spread. I've got some ripe avocados here, and I'm just scooping it into a bowl for right now after slicing them in half. Now to really amp up the flavor of this guac, I'm adding a pinch of turmeric, some salt, with some black pepper, and some paprika, lemon juice, just a few drops to brighten up the flavor and keep the guac nice and fresh. Then a drop of chopped tomatoes with some sesame seeds and some hemp seeds, and I'm gonna just mash it by hand, manually. I love doing it this way because you get to control the texture. Creamy but still a little chunky. Just keep on mashing until it has the perfect consistency and you're ready to go. You can never go wrong with adding more sesame seeds and hemp seeds. It just really brings it all together and adds more texture. So now I'm slipping some foil under the bread and putting it in the oven for a few seconds. I popped it right out, and now I'm spreading the avocado guac onto the toast. Gotta make sure every single part of the bread has that nice delicious flavor so I don't miss one part of it. So here I go again with the seeds, more sesame and more hemp. just to really, top it off. So, all right, the porridge is ready. It's looking creamy and delicious. I'm ladling it into a bowl. Now I'm adding the tofu scramble right on the side of the porridge with the savory protein packed scramble. Now I'm adding the avocado toast to the plate. Now for a splash of color and bursts of fruity flavor, I'm drizzling some of this vibrant fruit smoothie on top. Look at that deep pink hue. Now I'm adding some fresh, juicy sliced strawberries on top. Look at that color contrast. It's like a work of art in a bowl or on a plate. These strawberries are gonna add a sweet burst that pairs perfectly with the cream, porridge, and the tangy smoothie. So here are the results. Check it out. Look at the beautiful plate we put together. Now let's pour the refreshing coconut water into a glass. Look at nature's sports drink. Just pour it in and you're all set, cool and revitalized. Now it's time for a taste test. Let's see how the scramble came out. This is so spot on. It's got that rich, creamy texture and surprisingly eggy flavor. It's really a 10 out of 10. These spices are blending perfectly together. And them crunchy green onions, woo, pulling it off. Alright, now it's time to dig into that avocado toast. This is so delicious. That creamy avocado pairs perfectly with that tofu scramble. Oh wow. The spices are so spot on. And the toast is adding that perfect crunch. This is definitely a breakfast winner. I'm in love. I could eat this every morning. So go on ahead, give this recipe a try. And if you really enjoyed this content, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, then like and subscribe.